Hello and welcome back to my channel today. You might be wondering what on earth is going on. As you can clearly see, there is no track. Obviously trade's a bit dirty. Apologies, I tried to clean it the best I could before the video, but you know, when something's sitting for a week or two, or I don't even know when the last time I filmed on it was, it gets dirt. Especially where it's sitting, it's just sitting over to the side. Right in the middle of, well, where all the dust congregates in my room, so that's fun. And the problem is I can't exactly move it because there's nowhere else to put it. So it's unfortunate, but it's a thing that has to occur. So let me explain the premise of today's video. Today's video is where we're going to have all the trains together, and I have my trains to bring to the Museum of Volunteer in bags, like this Morrison's bag, and then there's a Sainsbury's bag as well. They all need to come out, mainly out of Morrison's one, because the Morrison's bag is going in the bin because it's literally held together by sellotape. And I have two lovely new bags sitting behind me. So we're going to take all the engines out the bag, organise them, take all the engines out the Sainsbury's bag, organise them, and then organise them into two bags. The original Sainsbury's bag that's over to my left, and then one of the Sainsbury's bags from behind me. And we're going to organise it. By the way, I'm not paid by Sainsbury's for this, just in case anyone wants to know. I'm not paid for this, I just buy their bags because they actually stay together and are the right size to fit all my trains in. So that's why I got them. Little update quickly before we start. I have ordered the PCB screws. Literally ordered them last night. I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. So I ordered them, and I ordered the screws for my middle and Pullman. So they will be coming soon. I just need to check when they're coming and stuff. So they are all ordered now. With my Flying Scotsman, haven't yet ordered the pieces, but I think it's going to be probably get the back trailing wheels and the undercarriage. So that's going to be a little bit more than I wanted to get, but I guess it's just, what is it called? I think 2 birds with 1 stone, something like that. Because I was going to replace the trailing wheel anyway, that trailing wheel section, because it's sort of held together, falling apart type thing. It's been repaired a couple of times. So just replace it entirely would be what I would like to do. So I shall be doing that at some point. And then obviously getting it all back together in a future video. So don't worry, all these videos are coming to the channel soon. Obviously this also needs super glue to get it properly back together. Because the cab's got a little bit snapped off it, so it needs to be super glued back on, or instant glued. So I'm going to get that done at some point once the screws arrive. Just so we can get it all moving. And then also have some running around videos from Pump House at some point soon. That is coming. I just have not yet filmed it because just not had the time to yet, and been dealing with things outside of YouTube and outside of filming that have just taken my focus for a bit. But you know, I'm still not fully back, but good enough. Anyway, and I think I said this in the previous video, I'm not going to explain it. I don't know if I did or didn't, but we're just gonna act like it's all good and continue moving. But I mean, it is kind of, not really, who cares at this point. It's just about getting over it, you know, because we got stuff to do and we can't be sitting on things forever, so we're not going to. Right, so we got Thomas. Let's move him out of the way. His box, I'm probably going to take the engines out of their box at some point, which will be another video in the future where I get like a big sort of carrying box and I put foam in it and properly organise all the stuff. But for now they're all in their assigned boxes from purchase. So I'm just going to slap them all on, except this one, which is in the box that I got. Yeah, I got my Flying Scotsman in this box actually. It's coming onto the screen now, which doesn't actually fit on this tray. Problems are when you don't organise the tray properly enough to fit everything. Let's just turn that way. Still. Still doesn't want to fit on the tray, which is fun. So I'm just going to move that out of the camera. We'll move that away. Then we'll fit that on there. I'm really hoping my adjust does not show up through there. It doesn't look like it will, but I'm just going to be careful of it. Because, you know, you guys are nice and things, but I don't really want anyone showing up to my house. Because they just don't. But when I fit the engine oil just in the corner of the tray, we're going to try and fit as many things as we can on the tray. So that is the Morrison's bag empty, as we can see there. So that is out of the way now. And then we are going to get the Sainsbury's bag, which there's a massive scrape on there. Probably from the scooter I bring it to the pump house with. Yes, I had a scooter. My wrist started hurting from carrying all the absolute gargantuan weight of all these engines. And then obviously some other patches with black duct tape. So let's bring out my parcel engine. Not all of this is going to fit on one layer, so we're going to have to start layering things up. So it's parcel engine. There will also be some repairs coming to the channel soon, potentially either on this channel or question mark. And I say question mark there because I don't reveal things before they're supposed to be revealed, but in time they will. So we got carriages there. Carriages were £12 each, so £24 together, so not a bad deal. Then we got my nice green diesel DMU, which will be coming to the channel soon. This is the one I'm talking about. Might be to this channel, might be to another channel to repair. Then we got Annie and Clarabelle, not that you can see them because I keep them out of the sunlight, because that might do something to protect them a little bit. Might not, but it's worth a shot. And then right at the bottom of the bag, this is going to be the one that's the most difficult to take out, so I'm going to need to put the camera now for this one. Okay, we finally have my Midland Pullman. Obviously it's held together by duct tape. That's simply because this will just pop open and everything will go spilling everywhere. So I need it to stay closed. But my Midland Pullman is in there, and the body of the Midland Pullman is up off camera. Now, we need to organise these into 2 bags. So obviously my Midland Pullman will go back in the bag I just took it out of, because why not? So that will go and be the base of that bag, and then probably it will be this engine here. It will go in the base of the other bag potentially. So I'm going to go put this back in the bag, and I'll be back once that's done. Right, so that's back in the bag there. Obviously there's a lot of electronics just off camera, because I still haven't fully sorted out my room since I got back from holiday. We've had quite a go at it, and it's quite a lot better, but still some bits and bobs that need proper homes. Including my match textbook, which needs to be completed, or like ticked off and stuff. Obviously it's the one that was in the video a couple of weeks ago. Still haven't exactly ticked that off, so that should probably be done. And then we'll move the carriages just over to there. I'm just moving my Midland Pullman, not Midland Pullman, my normal Pullman coaches, just to the side of the tray, just for a bit of easier access to engines and stuff. So we'll move my Parcel Express, and then we'll start clearing engines. So Percy will be going back in there, and where is he? There's another engine. Oh yeah, Flying Scotsman will also be going back in there at some point. I think that's it. Am I missing an engine? I don't think I am. Should be Mallard, Bluebell, and London and York Railway engine here. So there should be 3 in here, expecting to be 5 again. Let's see if that's correct. If it's not, then I've lost an engine somewhere, because I'm only expecting 3 to be in here. If there's more than 3, I've stolen an engine. If there's less than 3, I've lost an engine. There's exactly 3. Perfect. Obviously we're not going to have too great lighting, so if you can't see, I do apologise. The lighting is not great at the minute. Let's have a look. This is a bag of bits. Yeah, it's a thing that we've built to be a thing for the Flying Scotsman, I think. Or Mallard, or one or the other, I don't know at this point. Mallard, Scott. Okay. Now I have lost some couplings off the Scott, which I will be retrieving in the next couple of weeks, but I do know where they are. They're at the pump house and they've been there for a solid couple of months, so I'm going to retrieve them, bring them back, and when Scott gets its time to repair, I will put them back on. Anyway, I need to do a little bit of repair on the Mallard quickly. Okay, the front wheel of the Mallard just didn't want to exactly fit, so I had to fix that. I'll probably put the Scott here on this side, trying to get there, tender along the back, and then Percy just fitting in here. So that's the idea with that. So that's good. So let's shut the box, hoping that it wants to shut properly. This is now shut, so we'll move that off camera. And now we need to figure out where things are going to go. Good thing with the box middle Pullmans then is it's big enough to fit at the bottom of a Sainsbury's bag, which is quite nice. Gives it a nice space to sit on. However, I think the next closest thing we have to that is this one, or the box we've just shown, or my express parcels engine. So we have to figure out where to go from here, which I think looks a little bit like measuring. Yeah, we have no other box is like the perfect size, so that's unfortunate. I guess we just got to find one. I'll do a little bit of work off camera and I'll be back once I have figured that out. Right, we have an issue. That is simply that box, as you can see, is lined up pretty much perfectly here. Give or take a little inch. However, it is bigger than the other box, which is the perfect size to fit at the bottom of the Sainsbury's bag. Obviously size, like width does not matter in this sense, length does, because it can keep Sainsbury's bag perfectly held at the base of it. However, that is too big to fit. So we have an issue of it physically will not fit. So we must come up with a new option, which I don't happen to have, which is fun. So let's measure the parcel train, which is shorter. However, it still is longer than the base of the Sainsbury's bag, which is not ideal. And the smaller boxes, well, the answer is they're small. That could be the answer. Annie and Clarabelle. Sometimes I should just do things and just ask questions why it works later. Let me guess. That also... yeah, okay. That also works. The options I don't want to work. Nice. Carriage, get out of my way, please. Let's try it with an Clarabelle rolling stock. If that works, we'll go to this. See if that works, because that would be better. But also not, because I mean I have to take everything else out to get that. Yeah, I'm going to fix it at one point, trust me. Right, so as you can see by the lack of the two carriages and the parcel express train, which was there for a second, I've put them in. So the idea I've come up with, let me show you the bag, in case it wants to open, is we're going to have an ink level at the bottom, then we have got a carriage on that side, and if it wants to show it, we're going to lose light here in a second. got a carriage on that side as well, and the parcel train on top. So that is the way to apparently secure a bag's base, so that works, I guess. Yeah. I'm laughing because it doesn't make much sense and is slightly insanity. But you know, things happen. And things work, I guess, and you just gotta go with them. So now it's just a matter of splitting things up. I think Thomas should go with his coaches. That should happen. So he'll be going in the new Sainsbury's bag. I think this lovely diesel, I want to go in that bag, which is the old one, the old Sainsbury's. The larger box, I think, will fit in the older one. I'm going to try and put it in the older one because it's like the older one. It's not as delicate or new as the new one. So if it damages it, I can repair it with duct tape. So I'm going to try and fit a couple of things in, and I'll be back once I have figured out whether that works or not. See you in a bit. So that's an answer for me, I guess. Doesn't fit at all. Full stop. As in, it's no longer going to be in use. So we now have to figure out a new way to carry those 3 engines, which is not ideal. I have severely miscalculated in box sizes and in measurements. Truth being told, a couple of things. One, I didn't actually properly measure box sizes with bags, and 2, I didn't take any measurements. So I didn't really miscalculate, I just didn't calculate. Which makes sense. I think my only calculation that was made was, that seems strong, and duct tape repairs it well. I'll get some more then. That was my only calculation. Was the strength and how easy it was to be repaired. That was it. Which, turns out, should probably have had a few more calculations in there. And maybe, just maybe, should probably have ordered a few more boxes. Yeah. That's on me. Right. I guess I gotta figure this one out now. Well, I think we'll move this diesel and we'll put it in the old box. Old bag. We'll put this in the old bag. And then, obviously, this train transport box with a crane will not go in there yet because I'm going to get a separate box. In fact, maybe that box, or this, I've got a smaller box, may be the ones it permanently lives in. That's mainly just, I made it because I punched a hole on the top of the box accidentally, and yeah, it just turned into that, I guess. That actually may be used, but for my LNYR and my Bluebell, because they both fit side to side in there perfectly. So that might be what that gets used for in the temporary purpose. I will get some more boxes. Obviously with these screws that are coming, they will come in a box. I'm hoping the box is just big enough for what I want to use it for. But let's put the diesel in. Right, so I have decided that in this bag you'll have the very falling over shunter and the green engine at the top, because they are the ones that generally get used the most. Diesel being the one I need to repair the next, so that's fun. And then here we got Thomas. I'm trying to capture the bag falling over for you on camera. We've got Thomas in there now. Oh, here we go. No, it doesn't. The diesel was slowly making the bag tip. Get back up. No. Orders. Okay. that is sorted. Now, with a small feat of, well, the engine oil. It's my engine oil. I use it mainly for all my engines and anything else because it's premium stuff, and it only apparently costs 20 quid. I don't really know. That's the question. What bag is going to go in this? What bag it just gets chucked in, I guess. It's not exactly going to go in any bag. It's probably going to go in both of them at some point. It's just a matter of I grab it, I use it to repair. Just a little bit of a trying to demonstrate me using it, like dab 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 on Percy, and then used it, just chuck it in the bag, bring it along to pump house, and then take it out, and it goes probably in the other one, and then the other one. It's gonna go in both is the answer to that one. New box. It's not gonna go in any box for the minute, or any bag for the minute, or I don't even know at this point. My brain is switched off about 20 minutes ago once this big fella didn't fit. So what I'm probably gonna do. Hold on a second. Right. So on a slight note, obviously the acid band's snapped in half. So that was sort of fun. I was lying, it wasn't. Sort of hurt. Let's see if this wants to fit in the smaller box, shall we? Ideally it'd be standing, but I also don't see it fitting that way. Because of a couple of reasons. Number one being, it's just not going to fit like that. I feel maybe it being on its side might be a better thing for its safety. So we'll grab the nice wheelbase, which can go upright, because it will fit, and then we need the screw come in here as well. So obviously not all of these are going to fit in their boxes permanently, but you know, the main thing is if it can get a box, it'll use it, I guess. Now, I'm just going to write on that box quickly that it's got a crane in it. Okay, so I just wrote in dodgy lettering, 00 gauge crane transport box. Probably half misspelled, but that is okay, because as long as I know what's in it, it's fine. So that needs to fit somewhere now. That's an entire debate later. So let's go on to that, I guess. Right, so that went in the new box. New bag. Good lord. It's getting out of hand now and I'm getting really exhausted. I think to save you guys from watching another 20 minutes worth of this, because you've already watched 23 minutes, if you're still here, thank you very much for that. I'm probably going to end this video. If you want to see a part 2 where I've completed reboxing all of my engines and sorting them back out into bags, let me know in the comments and I will film you a part 2 or, you know, aftermath of all of this chaos video. Next week will be a video of me putting a bunch of screws and things and fixing engines. That is confirmed. The week after that might be the Flying Scotsman. Who knows? It just matters on whether I can find the part in Hornby or eBay. If any of you see the part that I'm looking for, please let me know in the comments where I can find it, and I will be on it immediately. Also, if any of you have got engines that you may be looking, which 00 gauge by the way, 00 gauge, or don't know what the gauge is, but like, it's useful when you know the gauge for stuff. If you've got G-gauge track, or carriages, or engines, let me know in the comments. Also, if you happen to have any ride-on engines, or carriages, or track, let me know in the comments down below, and you want to like, if you're looking to donate stuff like that, or you know, you're selling it for cheap or anything of that caliber, obviously let me know in the comments down below, and I can definitely take a look if you know, put links to it and stuff like that. And if it looks like I'm interested, if I'm like interested in the deal or anything like that, then I will definitely be in touch and having a look at that. Donations wise, if you are looking to donate stuff, please do let me know in the comments down below first. I will have a talk with people in terms of how you'd get it to me, and you know, stuff like that. And if obviously you're looking at donating anything to the Worcester House Museum, please let me know first in the comments, so that I can talk to them, and that dates and you know how you'd hand it off and whether you can or can't do it can all be arranged. Obviously, as we don't really ask for donations much, we're appreciative of it when it does happen. However, we do need to go through a process of all volunteers being told about it, us talking about the item, figuring out whether we want it or not, and then figuring out how to get it, and you know, details of it and stuff like that. Just because we have to actually go through process of writing up paperwork for it and stuff like that, I believe. I believe that's what we do. Generally, it's better to speak to people, you know, it's better not to just go, oh yeah, talk to me, I'll take an engine, then you bring it down, and everyone's like, what? You know, it's better to go, this is what's being offered, do we want it? Everyone goes, yes. And I go, okay, well, let's organise this, and then it gets organised, and then it happens, and everyone's happy. Instead of everyone being upset and annoyed, and it is feeling like a betrayal for some people, and it's not good to go that way around things. So, good to talk properly about things. So if you have got engines you want to donate in any scale, put all the details in the comments, and I will try and respond to you, and we'll have a look about it. Things might or might not happen about it. Obviously ride-on is key. Obviously, if anyone of you know Ridgeway, I think it's the bigger gauge Ridgeway. It's one of the big, like the ground level Ridgeway engines. Ridgeway is in Chingford, by the way, if any of you know it. I will be coming down there again soonish, I reckon. It'll either be a Wednesday or a Sunday, most likely a Wednesday. But, you know, not going to give out dates just yet, 'cause I really don't know if I am going to go down. I know I will be at Markfield again, probably next Monday steaming. Markfield Beam Engine in Haringey. So if any of you are looking at things to do on a Monday, have a look at Markfield Beam Engine website, and they should tell you when their steaming days are, which is normally on the Monday, every couple of weeks. So I might be there for the next one. So yeah, that's fun. Obviously they are joined with the Pump House and One Charity. So obviously I'm a volunteer at both places, so go back and forth occasionally. More so at the Pump House than I am at Markfield, but I am at both as much as I can possibly be. And then I'm at Ridgeway a bit because projects in the future need me to be at Ridgeway every couple of years. Not at Ridgeway too often. Obviously do go there because I know one volunteer there. So I go down to see him a bit and just, you know, chat and have a ride on steam engines, because who doesn't want to have a ride on steam engines? Because I certainly do. Anyway, it's been half an hour of this video, which I am surprised, because this is probably one of the longest videos you will get on this channel for up to now. But yeah, I don't know if there's going to be videos on the other channels, so you can check, but I don't know. Yeah, thank you all for watching. If you did like this video, like, subscribe, comment about the many different things you can comment about. Obviously be nice in the comments, because if your comment is not nice, it will not come through, as I've already set YouTube to look at all comments, and if YouTube deems them to be comments that are rude or just not positive, then they will take them down before you can even get them up. So be nice, be respectful, try and build a nice community, and I shall see you in the next video. So with that being said, see you next video. Bye for now. Bye.